A lot of you have been asking about the NOAA and National Weather Service layoffs. Here's what you need to know.
Look, the people you are after are the people you depend on.
As of today, the morning of March 3rd, about 800 NOAA employees of the 12,000 that there are have been laid off. This includes members and employees of the National Weather Service, which is probably one of the most efficient government programs out there. And also our Weather Service program is one that all the other countries have modeled theirs after because it's that good. Many of the employees have been employed for less than 2 years. They were on probationary status. It's just what happens when you get hired by NOAA. And what really stinks about that is these are some of the freshest, brightest minds coming out with the most recent research out of school and really the future of weather forecasting. There is no question in anybody's mind that this is going to affect forecast models, and I'll tell you why in a second. It's going to reduce forecast accuracy. We are going to have less watches and warnings being put out more accurately because this is a system that really, if you really take a good hard look at it, was already understaffed. If you talk to the people who work there, they already didn't have enough people to do everything that they wanted to do. And so now we have cut from that. And this just goes beyond watches and warnings. And you can go out and you can look at the news stories. And if you care about this, I'm sure you have. And the quotes and the people who have spoken out against this are plenty. But for example, ships will not be able to navigate safely through waterways. Farmers will not have the data they need to manage their crops. NOAA's workforce keeps people alive and provides communities with the scientific support tools to protect their families and grow their business. Don't forget, the whole mission statement and purpose of the National Weather Service is to provide weather, water, and climate data, forecasts, warnings, and impact-based decision support services for the protection of life and property and enhancement of the national economy. We've decided that's no longer important. And all of this can't help but remind me of one of my favorite quotes from a favorite movie, Fight Club.
Look, the people you are after are the people you depend on. We guard you while you sleep. Do not us.
So here's what's going to happen in the post-FAFO type of layoff world. With less staff, National Weather Service office is already talking about cutting back radio sound opportunities. One of these is coming from Kotzebue, Alaska. This is a very important site. The reason our forecast models are so good today and are able to tell us a week out that something's coming, hey, we can know this low pressure. We're not going to know exactly where it is, but we have an idea of where it's going to be, is because we're sampling the air very far upstream. And what we can get sampled from Alaska helps to fill a little bit of a gap for us, because otherwise we have no information if you look west of us until things really start to hit the western coast of the United States. So losing that site is a really important sampling location for meteorological data collection. This goes into forecast weather models, and without that, we are going to lose our long-term data forecasting accuracy. We have also lost the people who operate and run these models. And they're not perfect. It's not like you click it and it go. Like, they have hangups, they have issues, they don't run consistently. Like, it needs staffing. Want to know about tornado warnings? Well, guess what? Radar techs are gone. And there's no better surefire way to issue tornado warnings, which are the warnings which means we have indication of rotation, we know they're on the ground, than by looking at radar data. And we have gotten rid of a lot of those techs. And radar sites go down. They go down frequently. And when they do, sometimes they can be down for weeks at a time. What happens when this occurs during severe weather season? Here in the Northeast and throughout a lot of the United States, it's been incredibly cold. We have a lot more ice on rivers. Good luck getting your flood warnings and understanding that, because and we're going to talk about this more tomorrow, as all these frozen waterways, as it starts to warm up and we start getting more rain events, these ice sheets are going to break and they're going to dam up and cause flooding in a lot of locations. But you may not get to hear that anymore. All of these national agencies, the National Weather Service, the National Hurricane Center, are all feeling the impacts. And it's crazy because all of these agencies at the end of every year to go back and take a look at their accuracy and actually could come up with statistics. And we can show how we're increasing our accuracy. Our false alarm rates are dropping. We're getting better and better at what we do. And you see this every year at these annual conferences that I get to go to. It's really weird sitting here now knowing that, say, 5, 6, 7, 8 years from now, we're going to be able to look back and see a blip in the data where things went the other way. Odds of you specifically dying are probably pretty small, but this is absolutely going to increase fatalities in severe weather events. There's no question about it. The National Weather Service is also the ones that provides all the emergency managers in the states with all the information that they get. So remember Hurricane Helene and how horrifically bad that was, especially for Appalachian locations? Imagine having absolutely no warning about that. States, counties are not going to have that information if we do not have the people staffed that provide it. It's sad. It's disgusting. It's even going to affect my accuracy with the information that I provide to you guys. You see, meteorologically speaking, we've been eating at a very nice restaurant. We've been doing a very nice job, especially when you look at how we're performing globally. And what we've decided to do is take away the staff of that chef. We've taken away their good tools, and we've also given them crap ingredients. Don't expect the same meal when you do things like that.